I needed people who I knew were very committed. I needed people who I knew could withstand the sort of battering, physical and mental. I needed skills, technical skills in climbing and, well, just sheer determination of some of the team members that I knew that they would keep the other team members going. Kumi, he had no climbing skills whatsoever, but what he did have was tenacity and determination and commitment. And he was leading from the front again. The plan was to get on the rig and to occupy it.
We're gonna launch board approximately at 1:30. The weather conditions very favorable. The wind is easterly, 12 knots. Not much. Swell, westerly, 0.5 meters only. Just going at high speed. I reckon I'm gonna take around 10 minutes. You will start sending people up there. It might be the case that maybe there's gonna be a Navy or Coast Guard up there. Maybe they will launch their own speedboats and try to chase you. The basic rule, do not get caught.
It's way, way better if you're being approached by another boat to just outmaneuver. Keep slow, keep outmaneuvering. Try not to just go fast in a straight line because you'll end up having an accident more than likely. We prepared those people to be able to deal with everything we thought we'd possibly come across out there. So it's more like getting a lot of raw action material and sculpting it into some sort of shape, and that shape should be able to encompass any eventuality on the day. If you see that standby vessel fire its water cannons up, you've got to be really, really careful with that. They're going to be slow moving, and any kind of swell is going to keep them off target a bit. But if they hit your boat, you'll all find yourself about 20 metres from the boat in the water somewhere. We always give them the worst case scenario, and we do that in time that they can pull out if they decide that it's too much for them to bear. So, after we've been arrested, we've got a right to an interpreter, a right to a solicitor, and a right to somebody from your embassy or consul. You can tell them that you'll talk only with your lawyer's presence. So you just say no comment, no comment, I want to see the lawyer, and then you speak to the lawyer and they'll say to you, just say no comment, probably. If we get deported, it will be back to your own country according to your passport. Your country must pay for this, Russia doesn't pay. If that is not possible immediately, then they take you to a special station named filtration camp, where you will be filtered. Sorry, no. Where you are not in prison, but you cannot leave until you're deported.
All of the Arctic exploration, all of the Arctic industrialization that's happening in Russia is kind of happening behind the scenes. All of the real dirty little secrets, like the true amount of oil spills, where, you know, the amount of oil that's spilled every year is about as much as Prirazlomnaya is supposed to be producing in a year. Right now, when this platform is about to start drilling, in the middle of the Arctic seas, where you're having hurricane strength winds, you have ice moving through it, right? And Prirazlomnaya basically has really no oil spill plan to speak of. I mean, they got some, you know, real ridiculous little notes scribbled about, oh yeah, if we have a major spill, well, we got a few shovels and a sledgehammer kind of thing, so we'll be all right. None of that is known to the public. It's very important to get this information out so it becomes part of the public awareness and public discourse.
Prirazlomnaya, Arctic Sunrise, we believe that your platform and the activities being carried out in preparation for drilling for oil in the Arctic Ocean represents a real and immediate threat to the environment, both here and globally. The boats that you currently observe are carrying out a non-violent, direct action in order to protest against this activity. The first thing we ask you to do is to stop the hosing because their position becomes unstable and they may fall 15 meters onto the foot of the platform. So we ask you to stop hosing so we can ascertain the situation of the activists. Over.
Arctic Sunrise, which is Prirazlomnaya calling.
We
propose you to evacuate all personnel because we will start our water cannons once again. So, and we think that more people will be injured.
Today, the minimum ice level in the Arctic will be measured. It will show that it is the lowest ever recorded in human history. To drill for oil here is utter madness and will drive us closer and closer and faster to climate catastrophe.
Горяк, подходите, тоже лафетники включайте, отгоняйте эти шлюпки.
Коллеги, вы нас плеваете, все наше электрооборудование на баке. Я же предупреждал, что у нас гнилые все чехлы. Потом не сможем поднять якорь, вообще будет весело.
Сейчас опускаем. Вот. Конечно, вы нас корректируете, если что, потому что мы не видим отсюда. Нас из-за струи, из-за этого самого, мы не видим, куда свезем.
Или там на них как-нибудь прямую струю, не знаю, помощнее.
Нет, это у нас все, что мы можем.
Inappropriate use of a water cannon on a standby vessel is it's a weapon. I've seen them breaking reinforced glass windows this thick. It's just really a responsible thing to do.
Да, я хорошо тоже обзорить. Просто вас призывать немножко стать в таком ракурсе, чтобы было видно, что вот ваши действия тоже мощные, решительные, целенаправленные. Сейчас вот поставили задачу снимок взять. Все, где-то в стороне стоите, цветы поливаете.
Certainly Gazprom was planning to announce in the Russian media as a sort of yet another victory for us. We're opening up the frontier, and I think that's very important to point out all the faults and all the failures in order to also drive the debate in Russia about the risks and the dangers of oil drilling in the Arctic and expose what's happening here to global scrutiny. This crime is happening outside of people's eyes, has been happening outside of people's eyes. And after today, it is no longer as hidden at all. I mean, we were all coming here knowing about this shrinking democratic space. And it is at a time like that when you really need to go in there and protest and show them that you do not just succumb and lie down and accept the authorities telling you of consequences. No, if something is right, you fight for it. And it's not over yet.